What's up, you guys? This is D1Me Universe, and this is going to be a reaction to Cars 3, the official teaser trailer. Now, all right, and before I get started with this, I've not seen or heard about this for a while, and this is like my first interaction with it. Period. And why is this? Well, Cars as a movie, like series as a whole, uh, the first Cars was like a big thing for me because I really liked it. I was really young back then, and it was just like really good. And like I watched it with my sisters, and it was like great. Then Cars 2 came around, and just like things just got meh for me. Like it was a good movie, but it wasn't anything that I could write home about, like that sort of thing. And then when I heard Cars 3 was even like a thought. I didn't really think anything of it. I'm like, okay, the kids are gonna like it when it comes out and that sort of thing. But then suddenly on the internet and also friends in general, they're like, what and stuff like that when it comes to the new when it comes to this teaser trailer to Cars 3. I don't know what I'm going to expect because the first movie was just like like straightforward. Lightning McQueen's kind of like it's like your average. He's a douche in the beginning, but then he turns like into a stand up guy in the end kind of deal. And the second movie, God, there's a lot of stuff in the second movie. Just like they really try to up the stakes, having a lot of stuff happening in that movie with spies and stuff like that. And in this movie, I don't really know what to expect. So since it's not even a minute long, how about I just watch it and then talk about it afterwards? Because this is starting to like really like bug me. I want to see what why the internet is blowing up about Cars 3. Okay, I'm probably setting myself up for failure, aren't I? Three, two, one, now. Okay. Okay, first of all, can I say that this looks beautiful? Like, it's like I'm looking at an actual race car ring. Disney be like, we gonna get serious. All right, you know what? That was worth all the stuff that I've been hearing about this. I did not expect them to go to this length of whatever. Sure, this is the first. Look, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let's just get this straight. This isn't the first time that like someone's crashed. Sure, it's Lightning. It's Lightning McQueen. It's the main character. Well, kind of like the main character of both the movies. I would say the second movie was more incorporated to Mater, and Lightning McQueen was even more of a side thing. But Mater was more of the main character of that. But you know what I mean. In the first movie, we had like a good little crash blowout kind of thing. That the blue dude, I forgot the Tycoon dude. He was a blue car, and he was wrecked at the very end of the movie, and it was Lightning who pushed him to the end of pushed him to the end of the race. So yeah, that was like surprising for me when I first watched it and stuff like that. There was that, but this it's how it was presented. Like in the very beginning, it was just silence, and you just hear like a heartbeat type of thing going on, and it just continued. It continued, and it was just so serious. I mean, like for those of you who watched the Pokemon X, Y, and Z anime, there was a preview after Ash lost to the eighth gym leader. After he lost the eighth gym leader, and Greninja, well, no, Ash went off into the forest because he was really disappointed in himself about how he lost like that. The preview to the next episode of that was just silence. And that's how you know when a kid-like show and or movie gets serious. Things just get real when they actually just bust out no music, no happiness, just silence. And that's good. That's good. The direction that this movie is currently taking is definitely something that would grab people's attention. The real question of the real question here is this movie going to be good? I'm not gonna, since it's a teaser trailer, you can't just count all your chickens before they hatch. You can't just say, oh my god, this is going to be a great movie because it had an amazing teaser. Dude, I can name off 10 games on the spot that had really good teasers, but turned out to be either disappointing or just downright bad games. So same deal can go for movies. I'm excited. This teaser trailer has done what it needed to do. Get me excited for this movie. But until I get an actual showing of what the plot of this movie is going to be, I can't say for sure whether or not this is going to take a completely different turn that's going to make everything change. Like how they stay in this trailer, everything change, or in their change in their way that makes it acceptable to like this new generation of people, and also keep the people who watched the first movie interested to want to see it. See, for what I get right here, like from what I can probably tell of what the plot's gonna be, just trying to dissect this teaser trailer. It's not even a minute, so there's really not much to really talk about. In the very beginning, you get like a stunning opening, just cutting in back and forth out of darkness and what's going on in the race. The animation of it really looks good. Like it's a real big step up, you could say. It's like the lighting and the textures and stuff, and the glistening gleam of the cars going. It's almost like you're actually in real life and you're watching a race from like NASCAR or something like that. But then you realize, oh yeah, they're actually living cars. But the main thing I need to look at is the scene where you see a really new looking car. I cannot say what it is. It's IGNTR. You see it like come in between two other cars, and it looks like a brand new, like new generation S car, and it seems to be leading, or at least getting closer and closer. Because I also do believe you see Lightning in the very front of everything. It could go out like this. Lightning is Lightning. He's being Lightning, being fast, being furious, going fast, and being in the front. And then suddenly he starts to realize that he's not as fast as he used to be. He's getting older. He's actually starting to become a Rusty. The thing that he's actually promoting, he's starting to get older and stuff like that. Then the new cars start to come in and trying to take over the old generation and be the new generation of fast cars. And to add insult to injury to Lightning McQueen's now losing the race, he also gets a blown out tire and gets himself into a wreck. Unlike last time where he got himself a blown out tire in the very beginning of the first movie, because he neglected to be like, neglected his pit crew and stuff like that. He gets off a little bit better this time. But in that time, but now here he just gets into a full-on wreck. The particle effects. Right here, no, it's just like the skid mark. I don't know if you actually call those particle effects because I don't know. But let's just say the moment where you see the sparks flying and the little metal sheens going on the road, and you see lightning just spinning out in the air, that is a moment for people to look at, and it works. It definitely works. They knew what they were doing when making this teaser trailer, and it says from this moment everything will change. Does that mean not only will we get Cars 3, but Cars 4 is also confirmed? Because if we're going to change things, I don't want just to change for one movie. It's going to change for this movie, and then we're going to see that change go throughout other movies. So that's just me speculating for futures that isn't even here, that aren't even like present ever yet. So, well, that being said, in summer 2017, we'll see if this is going to be a good movie or not. Well, clearly they're going to upload another trailer of sorts that's not a teaser trailer, somewhere in between like the other months, between the months before the actual summer 2017 comes around. So yeah, there's that. So anyway, I enjoyed this. What do you think about all this going on with Cars 3? Do you think it's going to be a good movie considering seeing the teaser trailer? Or are you kind of skeptical about it because the other two movies, if they had a good or bad impression on you? Because Cars has had this thing going around that I've been seeing, and I find Cars just to be an average movie that Disney has brought out. And Cars 1 for me was great. Cars 2 is hit and miss, and really a big miss for a lot of other people that I know. Cars 3 could probably bring them back, not to mention all the spin-offs and other things that Cars has spawned throughout its creation. So, hey, Some people just have a bad taste and some people have good taste. I did not mean to make this go off by 10 minutes. Wow. See, again, you come to one of the Universe's channel, he will talk about something that's not even a minute long for an extremely long period of time. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.